But anywho, thank you for joining us, friends. This is SpreadCheat. The developer for this game is called Games People Play. I was unable to find any ways to tag them on social media or YouTube channel. I couldn't really find anything about them. I know they exist. This game didn't just pop up out of nowhere. But it looks to be a very fun and strange one. As always, shoutouts to Keymailer for hooking us up with a review key. Keymailer, of course, has been very good to us over the years, and it has been years at this point. I guess we're doing normal difficulty. All right, so here we are at Brocore, by the way. Show you the ropes. No music, by the way, at least not right now. No music yet. You got quite the rep. Oh, so I guess we already know everything then. If we have the reputation. That means reputation. Okay, cool, thank you. He's gonna teach me the rad stuff. What happens in accounting stays in accounting. Capiche? His shoulders are very broad. He's got like the David Byrne thing going on from Talking Heads with the extremely large suit. So that's me, new dude. I need a business card. Is this gonna be the American Psycho thing all over again? Type your name in and press enter. Junior accounting assistant. Yep, Springfield, Illinois. Shockingly close to where I grew up, actually. Hold on. Can I do my full name? Alex Q Super Hobbit. Not quite. Super Ho. That's right. I am a bit of a... Listen, he did say I have a reputation. He did say I have a reputation. My reputation precedes me. Got an achievement for you got a business card. Try not to lose it or give it to every... Hold on. The achievements are clearly a significant part of this game's experience. Trying to lose it. Enhance. I can't enhance. Or give it to every stripper in town. Too late. We are well past that point. Apologies, but the strippers are gonna know my name if my name isn't Alex Q Super Hobbit. I'll call you new guy. I have 4 people under me. You can't expect me to remember all of them. Come on. What the fuck do you think this is? I'm a people manager. That's what I do. I'm a manager with people. I'm good with people. New guy, 27, final. Off to a great start. This is giving me a headache. The last cell is supposed to be 14. Let's see if you're all that you're cracked up to be. So, I suppose this truly is a spreadsheet. I don't know if we're going to be cheating at all. So he says, last cell. This last cell is supposed to be 14. Can I type 14 into the cell? Hold on. We have a digital assistant. He used to be your intelligent assistant, but yeah, not so much anymore. Okay, so can I type 14 into here? 1? Oh, hold on. 1? No. Maybe I have to, like, say, like, close. Corporate. What am I doing? You can like click and drag. Hold on, what is this? Is this Sudoku? Yeah, 3, 2. I was thinking I would just type in 14 there. I thought that's all it was. Oh, copy and oh wait, hold on. Yeah, C1, C2. Try dragging in random numbers. Dragging in random numbers, you say? You drag these numbers in? Is that what you're doing? 4? What? Oh, I see. Oh! 3 times 4. Oh, you're looking at the formulas. That's what this is. So, presumably this last one. They said the last, so yeah, probably this one. C1 plus C2. Okay. Well, can I just do one of those? Oh, he says, no, 16, not 14. Well, can I remove this one? Can I say, remove this one? Oh, never mind, it's multiplied. Let's see. Oh, I can't change that one, okay. There we go, I'll just move it there. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those then, yes. So the clicking and dragging has to be in the non-grayed out squares, not the empty ones. Yeah, now I see what's going on. Or rather, not, well, they are empty, but like, these are like fully whited out. These are like a lighter shade of gray. They thought I would fail, he would just fire me and just get some hot broad in here. Could use someone like you, thanks. How get the soundtrack back. Okay, with a business mind like mine, and whatever geek thing you got fucking going on, fucking nerd, we could go places. Your torso is, like, so large. How many fucking internal organs do you have? Is it like 60? 100? Can I trust you? Are you cool? Of course. Of course I'm cool, bro. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be working at Brocore if I wasn't cool. How do you think I got fucking hired? When they asked for my resume, I just did a fucking sick kickflip, chugged a Mountain Dew, and then pissed in their mouth, and they said, this kid is so fucking dope. Then I put on some sunglasses, and it was pretty sweet. He says, so we're sworn to secrecy, by the way. So my friend Greg was doing some business on my computer. I have a couple of measly little computer viruses. It's time for me to use the old nerd powers. Get to work. Close the pop-ups. Meet hot singles in your area, desperate for love. Claim your special prize. Lose weight instantly. Need money fast? Alright. Enter to win a date with a local hottie. Brand new Palm Pilot. Yo, remember Palm Pilots? Not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people remember Palm Pilots. They were cool for a good, like, 3 months. Someone has a crush. Make thousands from home with this one weird trick. Doctors hate him. Discover the secret to making millions overnight. Increase your penis size in 69 seconds. Nah, never mind. We're good. We're good. I've never seen anyone hack the mainframe so fast. This kid's got the goddamn stuff. Stop looking at dirty web pages and get to work. Come on, come on. You can do both. I can look at dirty web pages and get to work. All right, Greg. This fucker, what did he do? Oh, we gotta do more numbers. This company is bleeding money. The end sum should be 9, or there's no bonuses ever. Can you jazz these numbers a little bit? All right, let's see if we can sex them up. We got a couple numbers here. It's kind of like... it's like SpreadCheat Sudoku, kind of. All right, so we need to get these two numbers added together. We need a 9. All right, so... Can I do... Yes, this is going to be this minus this. Yes, so if I did, say, 3 plus... Well, no, that wouldn't work. It's got to be a 9. How's about a 6? Yeah, that's the answer. So we'll say 10 minus 4. And then a 10 minus 7. There we go. Yeah, so these are always the ones you want to mess with. The last row is to be left empty. Removing the sick days sure seems to have done the trick. Ka-ching, he says. For me, at least. There we go. There we go. Time for is it a pizza party? Oh, shit. Corporate pizza party. Hell yeah. No bonuses, though. I hate to be paid in money. Pay me in pizza parties. That's all I need. Had, like, an IR sensor transfer. That's pretty cool. Could make it a TV remote. Dude, Palm Pilots honestly were kind of slick. My eldest brother had a Palm Pilot, and I was so envious. I was so envious. It was so cool back in those days. But yeah, like, they really were like a flash in the pan, because cell phones did not come that much later. So they were great for like a year, maybe. All right, we're getting compensated. And when I say you, I mean both of us, because I get pizza too. Yeah, someone is hungry. It's him. He's the someone. Yep. He says, back to work. Seems like you've eaten most of the pizza. Don't you have food at home? Jeez, I'll just deduct it from your salary. What a nice guy. Hidden folder, do not open. Maybe you can be trusted. Here's a serious task. Here's a shovel. We need to bury this dead body. No, he says lower floors are inefficient. Their numbers should have resulted in 300. Can you get crack-a-lackin'? Straighten those sheets out pretty, please. Ref. So what does ref do? I'm assuming it means reference? Oh. No. What? What am I doing? Oh, copy and paste. Means copy paste. Refer to this cell, basically. Getting rid of half the accounting department did the trick. So, hold on, what was it? Oh, well, here. Without spoiling anything, I'll just ask, raise your hands if you've seen Season 1 and Season 2 of Severance. Because if you have, you might know what my brain is doing right now. My brain might be doing some things right now. Otherwise, thanks, partner in crime, metaphorically, winky, not emoji, but emote. No, emoticons. We called them emoticons back in those days. They were emoticons when it was exclusively made out of like special characters. No like emoji things that would kind of like pick up what you were putting down and autofill for you. Nah. They were emoticons. Let's see. Wow, we saved so much money. We fired half our employees and they all look like you. That's kind of weird. Investors see me as the corporate messiah. That's pretty sweet. And maybe you're one of the reasons why. Are we the only reason? Maybe. All right, so you deserve not a promotion, not a raise, but a business card upgrade. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It was like a picture replacement for text. Oh, I thought... Oh, wait. Picture replacement for text. I thought that was... What do you mean... Were you thinking of, like, word art? Because I know of word art. Like Microsoft Word, like some word art shit. Maybe I'm thinking of something different when I was thinking of emoticons. I thought that meant, like, colon in parenthesis to make, like, a smiley face. You've got a knack for numbers, but not for style. All right, so we're gonna sex up the business card then. So eggshell white makes the numbers clean. All right. What else we got? Yellow, good for distraction from well-hidden files. Old lace is boring. It's conservative. It might fit you well. Antique white seems aged and trustworthy. Ivory paper. Shady deals look a little bit more elegant. All right. Should I go piss yellow? I feel like I gotta go piss yellow. We gotta have that, like, Super Nintendo sitting in the sun for 12 years kind of look. That's what I'm all about. Meerkat says, hello, penis breath. Hello, Meerkat. Hello, Meerkat. It's me. It's me, the one whose breath smells like penis. Good to see you. Bermuda vacation. Out of office, and my expense reports don't make sense in the traditional sense. They don't make sense in the traditional mathematical sense. The biblical sense. Final expenditure should be exactly 10,000 or I'm dead. Take a pass on this before I submit them to corporate. All right, here's another one. Raise your hand if you've ever been called into your boss's office for them to be like, now, which one is the enter button? I seem to have forgotten the enter button on my keyboard here. Hey, could you come into my office? I forgot how to wipe my own ass with my own hand. Could you give me a hand here, son? Raise your own hand if you've ever been called into your boss's office for, like, the most banal shit. Or in the case of wiping your boss's ass, anal shit. Alright, so we got a 2 times copy-paste situation, and we got a 15 hundo. This spreadsheet would look great with Comic Sans. I'm more of a papyrus guy. The kerning is just, mwah, chef's kiss, muy delicioso. Totally normal and totally well-adjusted. So we need the final to be, he said, a searing hot 10,000. Is that correct? 10,000. So what if we did this? What if I said copy... Let's think about this before I just start plugging things in. So we have a 15 hundo. This is plus. Yeah, it's all addition. So 3,500. That means we need 6,500 to be between these two. So I could get another one of these. Whoops. It's multiplied. Never mind. Well, actually, that might just work out well. I kind of stumbled into it, but I forgot it was 2 times. 2 times copy paste. But that worked pretty well. We both realize how the real business is conducted. That's some serious nerd magic. Shuffling vacation business expenses. Cooking the books, as we call it. Look at that. A what's a nice way of calling this what it is? Can you make an infinite logic loop? Oh, or putting it in the total. You cannot, actually. That was the first thing I tried in the first round. You can't, like, put stuff in the total cell. But that'd be very funny if you could. Or a divide. I'm waiting for a divide by 0 opportunity. If we could crash the game with a divide by 0, that'd be very fun. Didn't have an office, but they had a desk at least. Help answer a phone call on a different line. Oh my god, that's delightful. That's very delightful, Meerkat. Can I ask how old this person was? Because if they were fucking ancient, that's, like, very, very sweet. And, like, very, very, like, wholesome. If they were, like, in their 40s, it's fucking embarrassing. Help me with a cleanup, please. You've got such an organized mind. Just pretend it's a spreadsheet. It'll be so much fun. My head hurts from the alcohol. Strippers can't seem to keep their bra on around me. I have the same fucking problem, bro. I have the same fucking problem. I actually need that one. That fish has seen things you would not believe. I don't doubt it. Going to the lucky bar. I mean research. It's fun. At my old job, the previous building in which we used to work was maybe a mile or so away from, like probably two or 3 miles away from a Hooters. It was like a few miles. It was like a couple of miles away from a Hooters. And apparently one of the old team leads that wasn't around, he was like, he had retired by the time I had started, but his name would still come up. And apparently this particular team lead had like a reputation for joking. He would like joke about wanting to schedule a meeting in conference room H. He would say, let's have our stand up at the conference room H today. How's that sound? And the new people would always be confused. What's conference room H? But the old timers knew he was like jokingly saying, let's hold the stand up or let's hold the meeting at Hooters. What's conference room H? There's 1, there's 2, there's 10, there's 12. What's H? What the fuck? Is it in the basement or some shit? Or is there a top floor? Says, how are things back at the office? Anyway, no small talk. There was a budget breach, he says. I don't remember the details, but the last cell should be -1, or else we're going to prison. So I think, so we're subtracting now. B2 minus, yes. B2 minus 8, hold on. Yes. So this one, these two specifically. So we need to, okay. And yeah, so now we're kind of going in reverse then. Yeah, this is very much book cooking, no question. No question, there's some book cooking happening right here. So this needs to, so this cell right here needs to, I see what's happening. 0 minus 7. Yeah. And then C1 minus C2. So actually we are able to modify these values, presumably. Yeah, I see what's happening here. All right, so actually, hold on. Oh no. It's okay to make mistakes. It's the reason you make so little money. Interesting how it like kind of shakes a little bit. When it like it shakes a little bit when you do a thing that does not immediately solve it. All right, so that's predetermined. So what's going to happen, and then that's A1 plus B1, so that's these two together. So what I would like then, can I modify, I can modify this one. Okay. In that case, can I just do this? Oh, that went the other direction. -2, not -1, okay. Let's go in. I was gonna say, let's just go one down. There we go. So good job hiding the nose candy expenditures. Yes. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Nose candy, that's right. What's up, Farsight? Why is the pencil giving me bedroom eyes? Ref lets you pick one of the light gray cells. Oh, would you be... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the ref letting you copy one of the other cells. Maybe. There might be protections. There might be protections for the end one, but that'd be very funny if there wasn't. Well, we might try that next time there is a ref opportunity, White Flare. Most white-collar crimes happen on Excel spreadsheets. I would assume, yeah. I would assume so. Either spreadsheets or, like, cocktail napkins hastily sketched together. Corporate's been strict on the nose candy expenditures. But it's the 90s. Need to look cool in front of our clients. I've been invited to Boss Man's yacht, a life-changing event for both of us. I need to bring a snazzy PowerPoint, so get on it. So remember, we need a killer background. We got noise, we got bars, and we got star. Oh, we got the stars, bro. We got the stars. What's up, Pelican? Love the aesthetic right now. It's very vaporwave right now, isn't it? So we got the killer background. Need some inspiring text that makes me look really smart. Innovation is in our dick. No, DNA, never mind. Oh, I should probably like be I thought I was like selecting things individually. Is in our DNA, driven by passion and purpose. So together we achieve greatness. Inspiring text that makes me look really smarty. Nope. Ooh, that's obviously the one. That's obviously the one. This looks incredible. This is a once-in-a-generation kind of creation here. Gifted in both the technical and visual arts. Heck yes. An achievement for making that PowerPoint. Hell to the yes. Time for rephrasing some deductibles. There is a corrections. Oh, you're right. You're right. It's because the screen's kind of small. But we can't just be clicking all willy-nilly. We have to be very, very tactical about our corrections. Warehouse is giving us trouble, by the way. Their numbers are way the goddamn heck off. The correct number should be 16. Do a polish before our annual report. Alright, so this is going to be this one plus B1, this one. Oh, actually, yeah, just like look at the lightly colored ones. So I'm assuming this just reads left to right. Some people think I talk too much. Do you think I talk too much? Hello? With their bedroom eyes. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's given that order of operations could potentially matter here. We'll assume it's from left to right, just as you read it. I'm not sure if PEMDAS is going to come into play. I guess it would depend on how Windows 3.1 Excel handle those things, because behind the scenes, it actually could end up making a difference. So, right, what we have is copy and paste, either plus copy and paste or times copy, presumably times itself or plus itself. So we need it to be 16 at the bottom. So let's see. If I did a copy paste, that has you start with a grade number and then bring it in to one of these. Or I guess you could maybe start with a 0 if you really wanted to. So, yeah, so clicking that does not cost a correction. So yeah, so it pays for us to be a little bit smart about this. Also, is beard hair in my mouth. Any beard hair or beard owners in the chat, you know how this works. I think we're good. If you have a beard or any significant facial hair, it is a daily struggle. It is a daily struggle. All right, so C2 plus B1. Let's look at that part first. C2. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's just the highlighted cells. Yeah, so these two together. So if I started with, say, we'll get along well. He says we're nice and slow. We need to be 16. So if we did, say, 7 times 7, that'd be too much, obviously. 7 plus 7. Let's would probably start with, like, either 3 plus 3 is so 6. Either 6 or 9 here, probably. Oh, crap. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought you... Oh, wait, no, here we go. Oh! No, you select multiple numbers. Okay, so you can't... It's not just multiplied by itself or plus itself. Okay, that makes me feel, I guess, a little bit better. So we could say, yeah, 7 plus 3. What I think I will do is 16. So I could say 3 times 7 would be too much. 1 times 3. Can I do 10 plus... Let's see, is there a minus in here? I think there is. There is. So if I did like 21 minus... let's just try it. Let's just try it, because yeah, we need to start higher. Oh shit. Yes, this one. These two. So 21. Oh fuck, but we need to... Yeah, but there's an addition. Plus B1. Shit. Actually, that could work out well. So if I did 3... Oh shit. This one. 25. And then minus... Can I just like say 7? That'd be enough, right? No, we'd be a little bit high. As a demonstration. 7 times 1. Yeah, we're a little bit high. We're a little bit high. So what we could do, and because I want to be a good boy, I'll try not to look at the chat. You can like attempt to throw things out, but I probably won't read. So we're pretty close though, honestly. So if I could say Yeah, what did we do? Yeah, that was the 7 times 1. We could do a 4 times 1, but that would take us now down by 3. Actually, no, that number would need to be higher. Doesn't need to subtract. So I could do 3. Yeah, 3 times 7 would obviously be way too much. I think this number needs to start lower. Or can I make that number lower? Really, just by 2. I could do a 3 times 1. I couldn't do a 1. Could I do a 1 plus 1? Oh, well, that's way easier then. Okay, for some reason I thought you weren't allowed to do that, but there we go. It's because we're such a math whiz. Our protagonist here he's so unconventional, using the same number twice in a single cell. We thought that was illegal. So there we go. Yeah, you're exactly right, Whiteflood. You're exactly right. The first cell that you click, yeah, that's the one that's getting updated. Yep. He said, those missing warehouse employees are not our concern anymore. Well, that's a relief. You're a sweet angel for making them just disappear in the reports and disappear in real life. I'm like a regular Doge right now, just making people disappear, making entire departments go away forever. You know, billions of dollars being unaccounted for. I'm kind of a wonderkind right now, honestly. I'm kind of a corporate messiah. The golden boy. Or wait, who's suddenly the golden boy upstairs? Me or you? Maybe it's the boss man, yeah. He thinks I'm a tech prodigy because of the PowerPoint we made. Ain't that some shit? You know, the underlings doing some great stuff and the manager taking all the glory. Ain't that some shit? He says, I'm a visionary, then dumped a bunch of more work on me. Well, no good deed goes unpunished. Feels like he's taking advantage of me. Who could imagine that kind of thing happening? Aleph knows what I'm talking about, right, Aleph? There we go. Thank you for the nut, bud. Thank you for the nut. So let's take some workload off his shoulders then. The fax is jammed. Just hit the green button, or is it the yellow button? I don't fucking know. Have you tried double tapping? Hold the 7 key. Tried it. Try hitting it. Bonk. The fax is jammed. Try hitting the green button. Unplug. Just unplug it. How do I stick a fork in the outlet? Will that do something? Probably like a sweet spot. Oh, there's what the fuck is this? Plug it in. Oh, it wasn't. This is the fucking plug. I didn't even notice what that thing was. That's hilarious. I thought it was a wireless model. You know, in the early 90s, Windows 3.1 wireless fax machines. You know how it is. You know how it is. Time for the facts of life. Why does the boss look like he's caught, mid-standing shit? Oh, we got big numbers. Look at these big numbers. It's like a pinball game. Our guy at the government just faxed, no audit, that is. So we can boost up the final number to 1 million without raising any alarm. So get your titties on it, he says. 1 sick-ass million is what we're going for. All right, so we have... just so I'm clear, it's these are the two numbers we're modifying, right? I feel like every time I'm like a little bit unsure, yeah. There's no like things being multiplied. That's usually my key. Oh, here we go. Yeah, C1 and C2. But just these two. That one's just B1. So all we need is just 250,000, right? So let's see if I did 5 times something, or yeah, I see what's happening here. So I could do, let's see. Let's think about this. Is that all it would be? It'd be this one. Oh, except I was off by a decimal point. Can I do that times 100? Oh shit. What about this? That, bam. Oh, it changed that. Oh, I didn't really... Oh, fuck. I didn't think that would actually change it. I need to... Is there an undo? Is there an undo? Fuck. As I was thinking... Yeah, 5 times A2. And that's actually kind of cool that it does update the formula accordingly. Not what I was expecting. Yeah. What I was hoping is I could, like, just say... Like... times that one. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Yeah, that didn't count as a correction. Now, oddly enough, this number... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, the number did go down. Never mind. Yeah, the number did go down. I can change this one. Is this considered anywhere? I don't think this one's considered anywhere. Formulas or otherwise. It's just these two. Yeah, this cell, it seems like it could just be ignored. So, what I wonder then... Let's multiply this by 5 again? No. Yeah, but it doesn't count as a... Oh, it's because that's referring to B1. I forgot that's what's happening here. The reason I'm not able to use that one is because that would be, just like White Fleur was saying, that would be a circular formula. And it would throw an exception. Yeah, so you can't, like, use this to calculate this value. That's why it glows red like that. I see what's going on. Because I was wondering, yeah, why wasn't that contributing to this one earlier? Well, it was, but just not the way that I thought it would. Okay. So how's about this? How's about this? So we need 200 more thousand on top of that. And again, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think B2 ever comes into play. So if I said, yeah, I can do all the calculations I want here. It does not make a difference. Okay. So I need to do something here. Or something here to ideally get that, to raise that bad boy up a bit. And raising this one up by 5. Really, I would just need... Can I just do this? Oh, that actually lowered it, right? I might have to restart this one. I kind of goofed it a little bit by starting off with maybe maybe it wasn't the smartest ploy. Yeah. All right, so let's restart this one. So reset this back to 0. He said just don't raise any alarms. Okay. But yeah, I gotta remember, it's just this one. And I don't think wait, no, you can change this one. You can change this one if you wanted to. It'd be easiest if we could just get 250,000 here. So yeah, we need to ideally... Actually, hold on. That one is predetermined. Can you modify that one directly? I don't think you can. Just this one cell. It's just this one cell. So let's do this. We want 250,000. Ideally. So if I say this, give me 5 of those. What I want is just to add another, 2 decimal points. I can't just multiply it by 100, which we tried earlier. Could I put a value here and then use that same value? Could I just store something like that there? So if I say, let's see. Will this work the way that I want it to? Yes. And then, can I just say, well, it's not 5. Oh, too much. I mean, it is 1 million. No, it's not. That's not 1 million. That's too much. Bring that back down. I need this. I have one too many zeros. I have one too many zeros. I gotta get lower. I'm the gift that keeps on giving. Well, that's reassuring. So I need to get need to get this down a smidge. Well, actually, no. I need to get that up by really a single, because it's a. Is that what we're going for? Is it 100,000 or a million? It's 1 million. So yeah, I really just need. I just need two. Yeah, I need 2 decimal points, which is why I was originally hoping. Oh, click away from that. I can get 1,000 here. That would make me feel better. Can't just say 100. Like, oh wait, well, no, that won't work either. There's no addition options. There's no addition options. What's up, Argal? So yeah, we're doing it's spreadsheet shenanigans, no less. Spreadsheet shenanigans on top of, like, you know, usual puzzle weirdness. It's okay, we're gonna use our brain. White Flare says, I already got it, Alex. And he says, and I'm high as a kite. That's awesome. Because it does overwrite the formula. Maybe I'm becoming human. Which is good. Yeah, this one, of course, is unnecessary. What if this maybe is something else we could put here to kind of help with this? We only have 1 correction remaining. So I think we'll probably just have to retry. Actually, I think no matter what I do, I think we might be stuck. As any 1 correction I make probably won't be enough to launch us forward. Yeah, what I was hoping is I could just get this multiplied by 1,000, but I don't know of a convenient way to get 1,000 just here super easily. Because my original idea was that, yeah, that times itself, obviously. 5 times, that'd be 2. Actually, well, what if I did... Oh, yeah, like I said, I was gonna say, mate, what if I add them together? Let's do this. I think I was on the right path. So if I say, give me that. And then... Oh, there we go. I should have done that from the get-go then, yeah. Alright, so now I'll read the rest of the comments. Ignored cell. Yeah, I think White Flare picked up exactly what, like, probably a lot sooner than I did, what you're supposed to go for, where, yes, that cell is ignorable, but you can still use it in some way. So this bottom was 5 times 5. Is that what I did? Probably. That probably is about what I did. All right, but also we have the very, very insightful message to read. Look who didn't get us audited, he says. Top tier number fudging. If the IRS comes sniffing, I'll just blame it on old Greg with 2G, actually 3Gs. What a dumbass Greg with his 3Gs. He's my best friend, but a total asshole. And our reward is some very fun and very relatable corporate hijinks. Are you ready for, are you really giving 110% out there? As I'm stepping down to a well-deserved 90% for a while. And as a math nerd, you know things don't add up unless you do your part. I appreciate he's just, there's no golf ball, he's just swinging. My entire job is to make you run at 200% efficiency, he says. Time to act busy. Greg found the G-spot. Good for him, honestly. I'm still looking. We got 3 initiatives running, but I feel we can step up a bit. Our foreign aid program is not bringing in any return on investment. The good news is I think we can get away with skimming 15,000 from it. 15,000 what? Dollars? People? Dead people? Who knows? It's the gamer spot because he found it. That's right. Oh, no, it's because Greg found it. Right, Greg found it. That's right. That's right. All right, so A1 times B1. Very nice, very nice. And these presumably can't be modified. A1 times B1. All right, so that's just it. And we have these numbers to play with. So we have 2 times that value or 6 times that value. And once again, it's going to be these multiplied together to get 15,000. Let's just kind of play around for a bit. So what if I took the biggest number? Be 45. And then multiply that by 2. Oh shit, what did I do? It cleared it. I don't want it to be cleared. We'll say, yeah, that goes up. Oh, oh wow. 2 correct. Oh wow, you're not able to like experiment a lot with this one. thinking, oh, I'll just kind of play around and see kind of what ends up. All right, so 15,000. These three would be like the easiest to probably start with. So if I did 2 times, well, let's see, 2 times 750, that would give me, that'd give me 100, that'd be 1,500. 1,500. Can I just multiply that my number by 10? Would that be enough? It doesn't quite work that way, I realize. We would need, oh, but that's what we're doing here. Here we go. There we go. It's, oh, that, yeah, I forgot. That's not an add. That's not addition. That's a multiplication. That was a multiplication. That just did it for us. That's what I call initiative overload. With numbers like that, you'll be scaling faster than anyone can yell Ponzi. It's kind of like yelling, 4 when you're golfing, or timber when a tree is falling down. If you can get away with it before someone can yell Ponzi, then you've committed a white-collar crime successfully. And then the pencil says, you can't make me do this. Oh, the pencil is Corpy. He's refusing to cooperate. We need these transactions validated. Guide them to the boxes. All right, Corpy. I got bad news, bro. Now, wait, hold on. How do I guide them? How do I guide them to the boxes? Do I click and drag? Oh. Hold on. How do I click? I'm clicking so hard. Yeah, they kind of come down. Okay, so I have to I keep it right here. They're not going to go down. Do I oh, you slap them? All right. Oh, yeah. All right. And then up. No. Okay, should be there. And then what happens? Okay, now I think we're getting there. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh my god. Refusing to cooperate. You were not wrong. This is very uncooperative. Right, into the boxes. So that's maybe you have to start from the top. Because I was thinking maybe they're getting there. So let's start from the top. This is real fucking wonky. It kind of tops out here, on this line. Maybe we start from the bottom. Maybe we start from the bottom now. We hear. I'm surprised. Oh. Yeah, Clippy. We got Corpy out here, except Corpy's just not having it. Guide them into the boxes. So yeah, they're in the first one, but it doesn't go. Yeah, oh wait, actually, can I just do this? Maybe you're supposed to just grab the window. There we go, just grab the window. What's up, Zabatsu? Thought the exact same shit. Just grab the fucking window, bro. No need to overthink this. So I'll raise them up a bit. So they said, not the pensions. Oh, come back. All right, validate this one. There we go. White Flare had the same thought. White Flare the exact same thought. The second job for you is 66.6 megahertz of pain for me. Please let me go. I'm fucking bleeding. My children are worried. This is probably what you're supposed to do. Is to struggle a little bit, then say, what? I can just grab the fucking window, bro. No need to overcomplicate this. And there we go. I've seen things in Excel you wouldn't believe. Pivot tables that reference themselves. Whistleblowers vanished. All these cells lost to the wind. Lost like tears in the rain. Time to delete. This game is fucking wild. Now, what I'm wondering is how that level would work if you were in windowed mode. Would the little pencil fella be just outside of the window? Because as we saw earlier, if you're in windowed mode or not full screen mode, this is just a window on your desktop. That should seal the deal. I should have invested in a dumber smart assistant, but I've got you at least. The company's been acting real freaky though. Opening spreadsheets I didn't even ask for. Classic symptoms. I think the company caught a digital STD. Or no, he said company. He probably said computer and I just misread. The computer caught a virus. HR keeps sweeping these things under the rug. gotta flush the whole thing out. Full wipe, clean slate, no mercy. Detox, but for horny machines. Alright, system update. Let's see how it goes. Driver Finder 98. Your drivers are dangerously outdated. Upgrade now. This update is required. Think it's legit? It probably is. Maximum speed and efficiency. Say goodbye to... Oh. Bored of your lame cursor? Yo, of course. My boring-ass cursor. This thing sucks. Give me the good shit. With lightning trails and 100+ extreme designs. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Get ready for trails, animations, and pure customization magic. Cool cursor. Alright, well, my cursor's still pretty normal, unfortunately. Yep, get those drivers updated. Smoother experience, probably. Yep, give me that cooler cursor. I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm seeing a pattern. My cursor is disastrously and horribly boring. Skip. Maybe later. Suspicious activity detected. Your system may be at risk. Install Hyperscan Defender. Free trial. Sure. State-of-the-art virus protection. Malware. Do not open. Opened. Good. That's a good sign. Hold on. I'm curious about one thing. Oh, that just closes the game. I want to get back to the menu. It just closes the game, bro. I just want to get back to the menu. I want to see about the window thing. I want to see how that was going to work. And actually, look at that when you launch. By default, it launches in windowed mode. That is the default. Can I at least make it a little big? There we go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. That's too big, though. That's the problem. Like, the back button is, like, hardly visible. Maybe if I hid my taskbar. So we'll go back to full screen in a second. I just want to see... It was the acting busy one, right? Yeah. And what did we do? We said... Get this guy... This. And we said... wasn't that enough? 15... Oh, no, never mind. They wanted... Shit. How did I do it? Fuck. As it was... As if I want to get to that next piece. I need 15,000. And this is that time... Oh, well, right now, it's 1,000. I think it was... Oh, that resets it. Can't reference that one again. No, it's not the 6. Yeah, it's not I don't think we used the 6 times at all. Oh, did I? Did I use the 6? I don't think I did. I don't think I used the 6 times at all. Right. I just say that. No. Crap, how did I do this? Fuck. It seemed so easy last time, like it was so effortless. Let's just reset. I guess I'll have to like look at this little by little again. Start from the beginning. So yeah, it's supposed to be SB 100, yeah, 15,000. And it's just these two multiplied together, and that's it. You can't modify these values. Did I? Oh, maybe that's what I started with. That's, I think, it actually. Yeah, that was it. Okay. The second you slow down and take things methodically is when it starts to pop off. All right, so the dolphins stay within the window. So sure enough, this actually goes around in your... Oh, and it behaves a lot better. It was getting locked into the window in a funny way. In a like a weird, funny way when you were trying to like get the thing to play nice in full screen mode. I like full screen mode more, but it makes me wonder if this is like the way it's meant to be experienced. But now we know. Or you can, yeah, or you can just do this. And of course it goes down. But there we go. You can just move the window to it. It's so easy. So I think for the sake of just the aesthetic, all these cells will be lost. Time to crash. Time to die. Yeah, for the aesthetic, I probably will stick with full screen mode. Right The STD, of course. Who could forget? And then I think, what did we say? We said skip. Can I say skip? No, cancel. Failed to install Hyperscan Defender. Security compliance is below acceptability range. So yeah, no drivers updates, no cool cursor, but definitely the free trial of a presumed software update or software antivirus. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and relaunch. So apparently back in like 2014, I had inadvertently stumbled into having access to like some kind of alpha build of Kenshi. I'm sure I don't have it. I wouldn't have access to it anymore, at least. This game is Crysis times million. Absolutely. This is almost as intense as running Crysis in maximum settings. Yeah, old school Zork. We're talking like old school ASCII, like a true Windows 3.1 experience. The current formulas are generating insane Christmas bonuses for the staff, and we cannot have that. We cannot have that. This is no Christmas story right here. Or Christmas Carol, rather. Not incentivizing overtime levels of Christmas bonuses. Let's just serve porn instead. Corpy gets it. Corpy fucking gets it, bro. Final cell should say 36. Looks like they owe us instead. So there we go. So let's get this down to 36. Right now it's C1 times C2. This is nice and simple. So we need to get the 1s and the 2s somehow up to 36. Now the nice thing is that that is just that's like a half step away from, or actually it's half. No, it's a little bit less than half of a power of 2, and a little bit more than another power of 2. So we only have a couple of options for this. So if I can say like, hey bro, oh wait, you can do stuff here as well if I needed to store things. And I think what I mean was this is this. No? Oh, that's plus. Oh, well, that's good to know. Does that already have a formula? Oh, maybe I can't store things there. Can you only modify these? Seems a little bit odd. 2 plus B1. Right, yes. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to store stuff here. Am I not allowed to use that? A little bit surprised I'm not allowed to store things. Is that being used somewhere else? 2 plus B1. Can I reset? Oh, maybe it was already set to that. Maybe it was already set to that. That might be my problem then. Oh. Okay, well that was a correction then. So to be clear... Oh, I should have clicked this one first. Because I said, oh, because you've set the formula. I don't know if there's a way to unset it. I want. Oh, that's multiplied, not added. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I need a little bit less than half of that. So can I just let's see. I only have one correction left though. Can I do this quickly and succinctly? Or, let's see. I don't think 36 is a multiple of 4. I don't think 36 is a multiple of 16 either. I'm just gonna reset so we can clear everything. Yeah, I'd forgotten that, yeah, when you set those formulas, that's what we'd kind of stumbled into. No graphics means no graphics issues. There you go. It's all just command prompt. Command prompt and black and white text, and that's it. Right. So it's got to be 36. I mean, if I can get 6 into both of these, that'd be great. So 2 times 2 plus 2 would be nifty. But I don't think that's going to be an option. Oh, shit. Yeah, don't... yeah, stop that. So... get a 4 there. And there we go. And then... I guess I could just do the same thing here, couldn't I? Yeah, so no real need to even use this guy beyond just that one application. So you didn't even have to use all the cells if you didn't need to. So there we go. So I have to remember that, yeah, when you're using like any sort of addition or multiplication, some kind of formula versus just raw numbers, I don't know if there's a nifty way. Well, I guess it counts it as a correction. But yeah, if you're trying to rewrite the formulas, you might end up in a situation where it takes multiple actions, and if you're only allowed like 1 or 2 corrections, then you might as well just reset the board. We've got those horrible bonuses all figured out. Now it's just plain ass employee debt. It straight up evilly says, I'm so proud. Santa's getting laid off this year. I'm gonna switch to my water, by the way. Switching to the hard stuff. No one said there'd be math. That's a great thing. Excel does most of the heavy lifting for us. Christmas is right around the corner. Time to show some appreciation for my family. Luckily, I found this webpage where you can get it done for me in one go. This seems very legit and like high quality goods. Baby seal extract, knife, decorative roof mirror, pet rock, cake of the year 1987, mystery USB. Well, what's your budget? What's your budget, bro? Because I just click things. Mystery USB for grandma. Okay. Cake of the year. Kind of stuff that kids like these days. Great. Great. Pet rock. Good choice. I'm sure the wife will love that one. Baby seal. That should do it. Get him off my back. Can I also get the knife and the decorative roof mirror and whatever this is? There we go. Merry Christmas. That's me. I'm Santa's little helper. Alright, what do we got now? I may have accidentally fired my entire Christmas shopping spree. Oh, not fired. Filed my spree under logistics, which makes sense as they had to send it across half the globe. And you get the number back to 1, so everything looks legit-ish. We'll see what we can do. So, we're looking to negative C2. That's this one. Minus 5. Well, C2 is C1 times 2. Do you think I'm living in a simulation? Nah, what are the odds? Alright, so C2 is just this one times 5, as is. And this one is B1 multiplied by 0.75. This one is just this one times 2. We have a nice little chain going on. And this is just that plus 10. So, alright, so it's going to be a little scrungy. It's going to be a little bit scrungy. The good news is there's only one thing to fuck with, and we're only allowed a single correction. So it's basically like it's like a D3 that you're rolling, more or less, at this point. There's nothing else you can really fuck with here. So do I have the wherewithal to try to do this in one quick go? Given that there's a single instance where we're like dividing something or basically multiplying by 3/4. I don't really know of a universe where 14 would help in that regard. Alright, looks like I was wrong. We need -1. Let's go the slightly smaller version. There we go. Or no, +1. Same thing. -1, +1. These are just numbers. From shopping spree to spreadsheet serenity, you've got a gift, man. For making logistics mean anything. I owe you, but not literally, of course. Happy holidays to the corporate team. What a year it's been. Some words would be in order to keep you motivated for the next one. But I'm going to give a shout out to you, nerdy guy with the glasses, and the other guy without glasses. I don't fucking know. Anyway, good job to both of you. Remember, burnout simply means you're on fire, so let's keep that fire burning for next quarter. You fucking real, man. Let's huddle up for a holiday snap. I'm telling you, man, for those of you who have watched Severance Season 1 and 2, your brain might be fucking vibrating right now. And I will say nothing else. Get my A players in there. I mean, the A players. So, you others, just get the fuck out of frame. Yeah, just you leave. And you with the face, I thought I let you go last year. Linda, could you step out of the frame too? You're probably not getting fired. It's for aesthetic reasons, I promise. Alright, good job. Totally fine. There's been a bit of a mix-up. I let the 3 top guys in the office go. Do not order by descending. The good news is you're no longer my number 4 guy. We've got a lot of liberated office supplies to liquidate. So earn that new position by making the last cell by turn into 670. Turn those staplers into stacks. That's right, baby. That's right. So we need this to be 670. Right now it's 1,000. C1 minus C2. Oh, okay. This is just all that added together. C1 minus C2. So if I can make that 250, I can make that, no, not 250. If I can make that 330, I can make it that a hot 330, that'd be real cool. Real cool. So let's see. Times 5. I could get that into a 50. I could get that into a 20 times 5 is 100, I think. All right, so I would need that to go into 3 of them. And then I guess those would need to stay somehow. And then what did we say it's gonna be? It's gotta be, yeah, 6. So we need 300 to end up here. We can pretty easily get 5. We can get 50. We can get 100. What if I did? Let's see. I have 3 corrections, so I can fuck around for a little bit, and then find out. Oh, but I can mess with these numbers though. Oh, what am I? Well, hold on. 5 times. Let's think about this. So if I got, say, think about that. Yeah. So like 5 times 30 times 30, it'd be 150. Oh, am I not allowed to? Oh, it'd be self-referential, right? Never mind. I thought I was a genius. So that one I can't fuck with. I could mess with this one, but I don't really think there'd be a point to it. We obviously can't mess with that one. They call me Corpy because I know where the corpses are buried. Corpy, we need to Corpy, we need to talk about you stopping your sentences just a little bit earlier. Just a little bit earlier. I could do that, which is all well and good. Like, I could do that, like, across the board with all of these. That gets us tantalizingly close. There we go. I should have tried that a lot sooner. Top dogs and their supplies are history, he says. You're climbing that greasy ladder like a pro. Keep turning those pink slips into green stacks, baby. Yeah, baby. All right. Is that Linda? Is that Linda from accounting? God damn it, Linda. Get it together. Is that toner on my... Oh, wait. Just don't look in there. The Christmas party got a little bit out of hand. It happens. What is she holding? Oh, she was Xeroxing boobs. Classic Linda move. Yeah. Just don't look in there, bro. Xeroxing boobs at the holiday party. Classic. One of my friends used to work for an advertising agency. Oh, y'all remember Mad Men, right? And like the fucked up shit they would depict in that show. And it was so outlandish and so cartoonish. One of my friends used to work in an ad agency, and it was like kind of toned down by the time they were working. This was like 5 years or so ago. So by the time they were working there, things had like slightly simmered down. But yeah, apparently like 10 or so years ago, another one of their coworkers there was a holiday party in the office, and another one of this person's coworkers was like went to use like the restroom at the at like some holiday party and interrupted 2 employees having sex, and that and one of the employees that was on the receiving end, so to speak, would later like get him. They got pregnant from that whole experience, and it caused this whole fucking office stir. So getting knocked up at the holiday party, it's like, all right, now it's a fucking party. So advertising agencies, apparently, even like 10 or so years ago, were still doing some shit, man. Some real shit. Anyway, I've been where you are, confused, overworked, and strangely sticky after the Christmas party. It happens. It happens. Work hard, play hard, right? Hang in there and do what the boss says. Then one day you might find yourself in my position, whatever it is. Whatever that position is. What's with this black bar? I almost wonder if is this like a bug? Because it did this with the picture taking earlier. Unless if they're trying to hide things. Maybe they're trying to protect us. New fiscal year, and if you forgot to file complaints before December 31st, legal tells me we're in the clear. Correct that minor PR mishap. We're going to change our company structure. And it's better, and it's easier, cheaper than actually changing optics. Doing our annual rebranding, new logo, slogan, the whole 9 yards. I'm tempted to start up again in windowed mode, but the game was like a little bit weird earlier. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Let's relaunch in windowed mode. Because I do kind of want to see what maybe was supposed to be there. And again, honestly, maybe I should just stick to it in maybe I should just stick in windowed mode just because some things might work better. So it was the Christmas party, I think. No, that was oh, I can go back. Look at that now. It was the Santa's Little Helper one. So that was the one that had to be. So I want to see what the camera was supposed to be. He said we need to get it back to 1. So this one, yes. Oh, this was the long division one, right? Or not long division, long multiplication chain. We could restart it, I think is what that means. Oh. Okay. I guess it was the one prior to that. Okay, no, it's doing the same thing then. Yeah, the Christmas photo, exactly. Had to leave the area, or we had to leave. Right. Well, no, not us, but the other guy. Right, I know what you mean. It's kind of a shame there's, I don't know, at least, of a way to go back without closing the game. Yeah, I was hoping to see the Christmas photo one. I thought it was the Santa's Little Helper, but I guess it was the one right before that one. It was the malware. Yes, and this was the one where... yeah, we stored that one. Did get it up to 36. And then I think we said... let's see... I do this previously. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it. It probably would just be the same. Let's just go. Let's just jump to the next one. So we got a fancy silicon graphics. Oh right, yeah, because we're doing this rebranding. I see. Silicon graphics things. Okay. I thought it was going to be pictures of something else. He says. It looks expensive, by the way. Shave off a few bucks so it only shows 256. A nice power of 2 right there. No procurement breathing down my neck ever again, he says. We can have a two numbers multiplied by themselves. Or by the other, that is. C1 times C2. This one is just A2. This one is A1 times B1. So B2 is ours to mess around with if we so chose. Sometimes I go on vacation to the D drive. It's a pretty fun place, the D drive. I love me a good D. What can I say? So we need 256. Like I said, a nice, delicious power of 2. I guess that'd be 128 times 2. Not sure what power of 2 that is. It's a pretty good one. Pretty high one. We have 2s and 4s to mess with. And not a whole lot else. So I think if we start with like a 4 times 8, or 2 times 4 to get 8, that would let us start to like kind of build. It would let us kind of build on things. It is 2 to the 8th. Okay, thank you, Meerkat. Or I could just do 4. I think I could probably just do 4 times 4. I think that'd be probably acceptable. So what was the safe one? I think it was B2. I can store things. Oh, but I can't. Wait, can I grab from here? No, I cannot. Okay. So yeah, we have to have things on the board. So I could just put, say, 4 here. And then A1 times B1. And an A2. So yeah, maybe for A2, say this times this. Get it. Oh, it's 16, not 64. Now it's 16 squared. 16 squared probably wouldn't be the sexy number that I want it to be. We might overshoot this a little bit. 256. Oh, okay. Well, that's great, but that times 0 is still 0. I think if we would have done an 8 times... Well, let's go ahead and like just put that there. Yeah, so that's a little bit... It's a little bit high. It's a little bit high. Yeah. If I set this here... Okay. So if I could get, let's see, that's just a 4. Oh, right. Okay, my bad. There's, yeah, a lot of power of choosing happening here. So I think I might start with the same... No, actually, I'm not going to start with the same idea. I'm going to do something similar. Let's see. Yeah, we know that B2 is like an empty one just for hex and giggles. I think what I would like is to... Let's see, 8 squared is 64. You're suffering from a floppy disk. There are remedies. Natural remedies for a floppy disk syndrome, yes. But of course, I don't need to overthink this because it needs to be these two numbers multiplied together. Let me think. 16 times 4, I think would be... Actually, hold on. What is 16 times 4? Let's find out. I don't know if that's like a good way to do this. Just start slapping numbers together. Oh, okay, and actually that worked out well. It's so 16 squared does lead us to where we wanted to. That makes sense. 36 carry that. Yeah, okay, that does make sense. That just worked out then. So now the silicon graphics looks beautiful, he says. Looks like a real calculator on the books. Or rather, looks like I bought a calculator. I see what he means. Silicon graphics, right? He probably thought silicone something something. He says, this looks like a calculator, but a calculator will actually let you get laid. Or get you laid, rather. I would get you one, but let's not push it. Come on. I'm not made of money, he says. Maybe I was wrong about the internet being a fad. I guess I shouldn't have invested all that money in a company BBS. In a company BBS. What does that stand for? Well, anyway. The board has decided we need a homepage. Oh, like... I don't know. Some alternative to, I guess, some kind of internet presence. So do your magic to make a web page happen. Give it some bells, whistles, and make it really pop. Here's our sweet-ass web page. Bulletin board. You're exactly right, Augusta. Thank you. You're exactly it. So here we are at brocore.biz. Welcome to the company website. Home, services, company, contact. People on the internet are constantly bombarded in a battle of attention, so make sure we bombard the hardest so that we'll get noticed. Give us a sweet, sweet new background. Are we fresh, serious, or high-tech? High-tech. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Bulletin board systems, yeah, you're exactly right. Big, beautiful shareholders. Yeah, that's where my brain went. I thought, like, big, beautiful something, because, you know, that's what we do nowadays in today's day and age. 2025. So we need something. It needs to be louder somehow. Sparkles, explosions, or space? Explosions, obviously. Now we're getting somewhere. Make it very Web 2.0. Let's get some lens flares in there. Some lens flares, some like scrolling marquees, maybe. Adding a new image in there would really seal the deal. Cats, wealth, or we're a family? Cats, obviously. Wiggling little cat images. If this doesn't scream trustfulness right in your goddamn face, I don't know what does. It absolutely does. Internet.exe.copy number 2. Should I run this with admin privileges? I already know the answer to that question. You don't have to answer that. Turns out some asshole spent all of last year's budget. Who could have done it? Well, no time for self-reflection or finger pointing. Shift some funds from the future to cover the gap. Funds from the future, he says. So the end number's got to be a 10. If anyone can time bend the books, it's you. Guru Meditation. Thank you, Corpy. Or is it Corey? Also, congrats, you're finally employed. Technically, the last contract was a small amount of BS. Keep that one to yourself. You got it, Broheim. All right. So the last one's got to be a 10 at the end. Right now it is C1 minus C2. Okay, well that's presumably a fairly easy fix. This is just A1. Oh boy. Okay, I see what's going on here. So that's going to be that, but 0.0 multiplied by 0.002. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of hellish things with this for sure. Well, the good news is we have other things to kind of mess with and play around with here. It says last value's got to be 10. It's got to get this to be 20 ultimately. If I get 100 here, Can I get that like that? All right, well, that's pretty cool. I have a 2 there. How's about this? I could say, and that would give me a 20. Yeah, this needs to be this. So we need to get this to be a decent bit higher then. This number needs to be a decent bit higher. What I would like to do, just thought I was the stupid one. Well, thanks. How many? I have only one of these left. Probably shouldn't have put that there then. Oh, that altered the formula for that one though. Oh wait, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. I'm a big stupid. It did not change the formula there. So yeah, that needs to be a way higher number. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not gonna work. Yeah. I need to just reset this. Yeah. Okay. I need big numbers. I need big numbers, and I cannot lie. Let's put that there. And then, yeah, that's a thing. I need to grow it even further, even furtherier. Then can I? It doesn't really help us necessarily. There needs to be some other smooth move to pull here. Some other smooth move to build further. Gotta get some thick ass numbers here. I can't fuck with that one directly. Or I mean I can. I wouldn't mind laying my hands on some silicon graphics. That's all this notion of silicon graphics. I can only assume kind of what they're like kind of getting at. Makes Apple look like it's run by Mother Teresa. Just the evilness. There was a lot of quite ethically dubious, if not straight up illegal shit mentioned like the first minutes of the game story. So not terribly shocking, really. Yeah, we got to pump something huge and girthy into the B2 cell specifically. B2 times, yeah. So what I'm wondering then, I can modify that directly. Times 10. We have 2 corrections left. Right now, that's pointing at, yeah, it highlights the row for us, which is nice. I think that's the right idea. I think it's the right idea. The problem... I think I was gonna say it's gonna be that would make it circular, so that would make it blow up, which would not be good. We only have one more correction, and I don't think there's a way to do this in one fell swoop. Quick basic is good for a quickie. Quick basic. I mean, I know of basic. I've never heard of quick basic. Not sure if that's a real thing or if they're just making shit up. Yeah, that's just a flat value. Yeah, that creates a circular reference, so it makes all the sense in the world of why that would be frowned upon. Yeah, same thing there. Now, this number would be referential. This number, like, you would be able to use this. Well, actually, maybe you wouldn't. Would you be able to, just out of curiosity? Okay, no, you wouldn't. All right. And you definitely can't use this number. Yeah, that would absolutely throw things through a loop. And I appreciate that, yeah, it highlights the rows for you. The ones that it's using for the calculation. But all comes down to we need to, like, put something fucking enormous into that specific one right there. I just think in ones and zeros. That makes me binary. But it is the 90s. Let's go to reset. It's got a nice clean slate again. I definitely need to use this 5. So if nothing else, well, we probably have to use this 5 somehow. I'm just trying to like grow the numbers really good. That 0.002 is what makes me think we have to use the 8 more than anything. So, well, that's weird. It's like multiple places for that showing up. It's kind of funny. This is just A1, and this one is just that one. Yeah, there's no other. So yeah, these two are just for our own selfish purposes. So once again, get that guy. And I could grow that to 1,000. Let's do this. Oh, I should have tried that a lot sooner. For some reason, I thought the 0.002 would make that way more persnickety, but I was way overthinking that. I feel like I get nervous about the finite number of corrections. Like, I'm less incentivized to just like play around with shit. But I guess maybe I should. Sometimes that reveals more than I'm expecting it to. Reach into next year's wall like it was your own. It was so simple. This is just like heavy drinking, stealing happiness from tomorrow. I love it. We've invented a financial time machine. I've never thought about that before. Drinking, or like binge drinking, is stealing happiness for now from tomorrow when you're going to have a hangover. That's a nice positive way to look at these things. There was an accident last week involving a couple of office chairs. It ended up with somebody in the emergency room. It could happen to anyone, but of course I got the blame. I need you to compose a well thought of email to HR. RE workplace incident. Bro32 at Corpo. So quick basic would be Q basic. Is it a correction making a mistake or changing a cell? Changing a cell that has something that you've put into it will be considered a correction. Changing a cell that has nothing into it does not count as a correction. Yeah, it's basically correcting your previous work is a correction. So we got the intro. We could either connect with the person on a personal level, or maybe play it professional. Let's appeal to empathy. Dear fuckers, on to a good start. We need to address, with a single D, the actual issue. Keep it neutral and simple. At Broker, we are, of course, a family. And in families, a little horseplay amongst the kids is natural. We shouldn't argue that they really shouldn't push this further. Downplay the importance. I hope with this allegory, you understand how what might look like a insert incident was really insert reference to kids game. As with all formal letters, we need to wrap it up with an appropriate ending. Keep it jovial. Grow the fuck up. Corporate. Perfect. Who knew you had such a way with words? I'm a natural. What can I say? What can I say? Love hurts. Get genital checkup. Don't want you to brute force. That's basically what it comes down to. Like, playing around is one thing, but not just click, 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 click until you get it, basically. Makes sense. Astronomical legal expenses, by the way. Maybe you should have stopped me from flirting with the secretary. Now instead, we're hiding damages deep in the sheets. SpreadCheat, of course, obviously. Alright, so, we need the final number to be 5537. Don't let legal catch wind. They're still grumpy after last time. That's a great way to sign off any corporate email, or really just any email at all, really. When push were to come to shove. C1 minus C2, nice. These are nice and simple. We have some numbers to play with and a number of referentials to make. 5537. So clearly, we need this number probably to be here. So can I say this is this plus this? Whoops, I fucked up. Actually, have I fucked up? Let's think about it. What if I did this? This. There we go. Oh, I am a big dummy. Yep. So this would count as a correction then. If I were to say, yes, this is actually this plus this. It's okay to make mistakes. That's the reason you make so little money. So how far off are we? 5537. Well. Oh, that's what I was going for. We need this to be a higher number. So can I say... Let's see. Yeah, that is going to be tricky. And once again, we're in a situation where, yeah, let's just reset. I forgot there's the reset button, which is nicer. Total number of corrections in the main. Oh, that's kind of fun. At the main screen, it does show it. I'm kind of curious, actually. Can I go back? Not fully, but yeah, I think you're right though, Whiteflare. I think it does tell you like how you did overall, so you could post your screenshot to, you know, the Steam community page or some shit, and everyone can see your shame. Probably number of resets too, if I had to guess. So we need to go a little bit higher than this. So 13, that put us to 21. There's no like other cells to play around with here, so all we have is just these two cells to fuck with. We need to have some multiplications no matter how you slice it. And it's minus this. And again, this needs to go a little bit higher than the most obvious one that we can go for here. This looks strange. Maybe some colors would do the trick, he said. So what I could do is say this is this times this. And then this is this times this. Surely enough, it was a little bit off. It was a little bit off. Looking for a convenient way to just slightly edge things out. I had another cell to play around with. That would make me feel a little better. The -2 for this one is tricky, but that actually might just be the key here. So if we say this guy is say equal to this, well, I should probably like look at this specifically. Want to hear some racist jokes the boss told me? You know, Corpy, we might just want to keep that under wraps. We might not want to let that out. Let's keep that under wraps. Let's just. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, granted, it was the 90s, so yeah, listen, he's from a different time. It's totally fine. Totally fine, except it's not fine. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, thinking about this more. So if we said like, yeah, plus 13, that'd give us 21, plus 7. I think the key, I think the answer is going to be something along the lines of this guy and this guy. And then this one is going to be something like that. We could take this, let's see, what did I give it? That was B2 and B1, 7 times -2. 13 would be too much. Would be too much. I did A2 and A1. Can't make that one. Actually, hold on. We're still, yeah, that goes too low. Yeah. We need the retrowave stuff in the background. You know what? You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. Let me do a quick perusal. Maybe there's like something like, if anyone has like a good image, like or a good link to something that would be really good in the background. Maybe I could find something to have just in the background versus my boring ass desktop. Just an image of yeah, just affordable housing dying. There you go. There you go. The daily challenge streak. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. It'd be more fun to see a total of how many times did you fuck up. That would be the ultimate shame. So we'll say, yeah, vaporwave. Give me some good like animated vaporwave background. Not so much like synthwave. People say vaporwave, but they oftentimes mean synthwave. I like synthwave, but it needs to be like, here, animated 90s vaporwave background. Yeah, give me, like 90% of these are just synthwave. Say retro, Windows PC background. I mean, if nothing else, we could just have the Windows XP Classic. Yeah, Windows XP default wallpaper. Can I just have that? Big. Oh my god. I'm just looking for like a 1920 by 1080 version of that. Oh, what about like corporate wave? Corporate wave. Oh, that's, yeah. I know what you mean though. Aesthetic. I know what you're getting at though, Irossi. I definitely know what you're getting at. This is harder than I thought it would be. I figured like it'd be a kind of more or less a slam dunk. Oh my god, you have to jump through all these hoops just to download an image. I haven't like gone to like a website to download a wallpaper in ages. Updated for, oh, here we go. Will this work? Actually, that is not helpful, unfortunately. Damn it. It doesn't display properly on my browser page here. All right. Well, maybe I'll just abandon it. I was thinking like if there was a really easy way to get something fun in the background. Pelican says, "What about pregnant Sonic?" I mean, you know, that would make me smile. It would disturb everyone else, but it would make me laugh. Meerkat says, "Do I have a good background for you, Alex?" What about Hotline Miami? I do love Hotline Miami, and I like that kind of thing a lot, but it's not what I'm going for here. To me, that's still like more synthwave. A lot of the kinds of things that are associated with like when people think of vaporwave and that kind of aesthetic, usually people just default to like 80s synthwave, which I think is great, but it's not quite all the same. But I would like, yeah, these websites that proclaim at least to offer ways to like download wallpapers. God, some of these websites are just steeped in ads rather, and are super sketchy. Like you have to enter your email address. It's like, bro, is this what you have to do to like just get a wallpaper nowadays? Like I haven't had to download a wallpaper in decades. So it's bizarre to me that it's such a, you have to jump through all these hoops nowadays. I think I might have found something though. Let's see if this one will work. Back in my day, you just find a cool image, you can right click and save it and you're done. But now it's like, oh my god, there's like all these snakes in the grass trying to scam you. Right. A problem. Ooh, that might just work. There is a watermark. Oh, my hair's all messy. There is still the watermark because I didn't type in my email address. I didn't type in my email address, so there is a watermark. I will acknowledge. And my taskbar, I would rather not hide just because it would be a pain in the ass for later on. So here we go. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Here we go. Sorry about that. We got the Windows XP Classic. That's I think going to be good enough. I think that's the easiest thing to find without, you know, having to put in my email address into questionable websites and skeevy bullshit. Yeah, Hotline Miami. Yeah. And again, I love Hotline Miami. I love that kind of stuff. Hotline Miami. I like the synthwave stuff. I like the vape. I like the when I think vaporwave, I think of like, I don't know. Vaporwave is a weird one because vaporwave is like a deconstruction of 80s and 90s nostalgia and like depression and being sad about the hopefulness that was promised of the like the 90s and 2000s about like being optimistic for the future versus the crushing reality of the dystopia that we're clearly like marching towards. So that dissonance is, to me at least, what vaporwave represents. And there has to be like some kind of combination of like retro and old and nostalgia, but also just very sad. It has to be like heaps of sadness just added on to it. Yeah, we got the watermarks. We got the watermark. Actually, the nice thing is because the taskbar is here, the watermark is being covered, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Irossi was right. That like corporate, like retro aesthetic would have also worked. What about a 90s clip art, Alex? It adds to the charm, though. There you go. Whiteflare says I got something for you, Alex. I'm curious. Let's see what Whiteflare's got. Check the general in the Discord. We're living in the 90s. We sure are. Some of us, you know, some people say, hey, we're living in a society. No, we're living in the 90s. The Windows background that's got the, oh yeah, activate Windows in the corner, like still burned in. That's how you know it's real, where you've had that on screen for so long, you turn your computer on, and before the Windows screen can come up, you can already see that part of the image is like burned into your monitor because it's been present for so long. There we go. All right, so now we have a proper aesthetic, a proper feel for how this looks and feels. We've determined that we're going to have to use this fella in some creative way. Can I just say, so what do we do for this? We just did a 7 times 2. We need this to go up by a small, well, which is to say, this to be a more negative number, but only by a little bit. Yeah, 2 times 1. I can't modify these numbers is the thing. I can't modify those numbers. So for instance, if I did this guy, oh, that did do it. I thought that would shoot us too high, but it's just yeah, never mind. I forgot that. I forgot that this is not a multiplication. This is an addition. Made them legally cross-eyed with that little misdirection. There we go. Good luck finding any trace of sexism these spreadsheets, bitches. That's right. As the dolphins bounce around happily and gleefully. CRTs with like watermarks burned into them. That's how it goes, man. Spending time with dad rejected, by the way. Turns out no actual work is being done in the daily lunch break. People not doing unpaid work. What the fuck is this? Let's get these hours back by bumping the last number to 2. Fire up the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet, not spreadsheet. Preferably during your lunch hour or lunch minutes, as they're technically called. Do androids dream in electric sheets? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. So we got C1 minus C2. Once again, I don't think we're able to play with these values. Oh, look at that. We just have a single formula to play with. So it needs to be a 2, nothing more, nothing less. Just 1 minus 2. So can I say, let's see, 25 minus 16, 20 minus, let's see, that would be a 12. There's no 6. 6 times 3 would be great. Maybe 15. Actually, 15 minus 12. No, that'd be 3. Never mind. What about 6 minus 8? Or 8 minus 6? Rather, that should work, right? So that times that. And that is times that. There we go. That was one of the easiest ones, honestly. No such thing as a free lunch except for us, obviously. Let's hit toilet breaks next. It's like Meerkat said, like, this is obviously self-aware and obviously, like facetious, but still, it's hard to see these things and, like, we're laughing, but also, like, my blood pressure is, like, slowly rising. I'm like, oh, fucking God. Alright, so we got a nice little questionnaire. Jack Christofferson. Good old Jack Christofferson. Say it really quick. Jack Christoph. Jack Christoph. Jackin' Offerson. Worked in a data center. In 2008, they had unplugged the CRTs to replace with lower power LCDs. Statistic screens. Oh boy. Oh boy. Perfectly readable on the off screen. Yep. It was that burned in for that long. 2008 too, man. I wonder how long they've been using those old CRTs. We got a bit of a situation, by the way. My son is applying for the junior analyst spot. Under no circumstances can he be hired. I do not want my dumbass child working here. He's overqualified, and I cannot have him in here snooping around here. Just tweak his application, make him look slightly incompetent. I got you, boo. So I should have never let him in, or let him watch Wall Street with me, he says. All right, so why do you want to work in finance? I've been interested in how markets move and how data drives decisions. Part of a fast-paced environment where I can learn and grow. Let's see. Can we just dumb it down a little bit? Finance is interesting. I think I'd like to give it a shot. I'm still figuring things out. He likes numbers. Are you sure this isn't your son? I'm analytical and detail-oriented. I like to break down complex information to find patterns and opportunities. Humble brag. I have a unique ability to spot inefficiencies that others overlooked. It's something that comes naturally, he says. Again, he said make him a little bit incompetent. During my studies, I worked on a group project, analyzed real market data. Our approach didn't work. I took the lead in restructuring the model. Overshare personal drama. One time I had to finish a huge assignment while dealing with a nasty breakup, but I powered through it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I hope to have developed strong financial expertise. Be in a role where I can take more responsibility, blah, 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 blah. Unmotivated. In 5 years, I'll be doing the same thing, showing up, collecting a paycheck. You know how it is. Just enough to make sure he never gets a call back, but not enough for my wife to start asking questions. Sign it with your name, and I'm totally off the hook. There we go. Listen, I've run up some rather untraditional expenses. Could you figure the best place to put them? Now, I was going to say, can I see what these are? Emotional Success Institute. Redemption Avenue, New York. 1987. Let's see. How to Make Mom Love You. $999. Guilt tax, $100 on top of that. Would this be under professional development, representation, or research and development? Let's see. I would say professional development. If it can finally impress mom, imagine what it can do in the boardroom. That's right. Sun Goods, tanning and lifestyle. Executive tanning plan, 15. 600, but also $9,000? Oh, 15 installments of 6? No, that wouldn't make sense. I'm not sure why there's two numbers there. Luxury sunglass. Oh, like 15 of them. No. I'm not sure what the 15 is. Anyway, $3,750. Personal trainer, $10,000. Hydration IV drips. Oh, man, that's intense. $4,000. Office protein stash. Protein stash? $5,000. Gratuity VIP wellness, 20% on top of that. Luxury tax, $1,500. That would probably go towards research and development, probably. Testing elite lifestyle perks to enhance productivity and maintain alpha status. There you go. It's okay, bro. It's okay, I'm an alpha. I'm an alpha, babe. Velvet dividend. Item quantity price total. Okay. Oh, yeah, so it probably was quantity that I was saying earlier. So VIP booth, $5,000. Bottle service, another $6,000. Private dances, $3,600. Cigar and cognac, $1,200. Mood lighting fee. Discretion charge, very good. Discretion charge. Gratuity, tax. This has got to be representation. Women in the workplace, I mean, presumably women were involved here. So it probably goes into there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll say probably some research, right? You were researching? Well, damn, I guess it's professional development. All right. Power move, take practice, he says. Power moves, take practice. That was a masterclass in confidence, networking, and staying cool under pressure. Steak, lies, and videotape. Wagyu tomahawk, $16,450. These are 1987 numbers, by the way, or maybe I guess it's early 90s. But still, these are like, pre-inflation numbers. Don Perignon is going to be $7,000. Side salad, untouched, $18. Got that luxury tax, of course. Was this research and development? Yes. Had to test market preferences for premium dining experiences. Success teams like Wagyu and Dom. There you go. Prestige, books, and office supplies. Oh, boy. Go to Live Studio. It's fixed. There we go. Go to Live Studio. Apparently my internet's being a little bit scrungy. I think we're good. Yeah, so prestige books and office supplies. So we got finance for dummies, $20. Premium leather cover, $50. Gift wrapping, $10. The least ridiculous purchase he's made. Professional development, probably. Yeah. Not a single bit of representation, by the way. Every great investor refines their fundamentals. This was strategic magic, he says. Just porn, don't look, all caps. Last year in review, you know the drill. Confuse the hell out of the IRS. They'll never see it coming. They love buzzwords and fake charts. Just please make sure the last number is 69. Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. Windows 95. I think it might be sort of meant to be 3.1. Because this UI is definitely pre-95, I think at least. So I used 3.1 a decent bit when I was young, but it was a long time ago, so I can't pretend to remember. But I think this is 3.1, so I think it's a real old one. Real old one. The last number is the one that matters, so here we go. Smoke and mirrors. C1 and C2. We got a bit of a daisy chain going on here. So this row plus this row equals that. Okay, so we need 60, a hot 69. We need some odd numbers in here. So 45. I would need then, what was that, 34? Nope, I was 10 off. Can I get this? There we go. All right, that was the easiest one. Well, that was the second easiest one. This report's a masterpiece of meaningless and baffling figures. You've confused me, and I wrote the damn things. The IRS has no chance. But I got an achievement. You blacked out every... Oh, hold on. What was it? Oh, look at this down here. That's pretty fun. I don't look at my achievements. Oh god, the UI is really struggling with a windowed game this small. You blacked out every last figure with your trusty marker until there was nothing left but solid darkness. The IRS can't auto what they can't see, baby. That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll. So you fucked up. They're going through our books. Quick, mark these sensitive documents with a black marker. Joseph Jr. was present at the convention where the incident took place, April 4th. Together with his coworkers, he proceeded to drink an entire keg of champagne as he chanted number one, number one. Just, they don't need to know. They don't need to know. Here we are. That one's good. It took the service staff a full weekend to clean up all the fluids. 3 of them needed professional therapy. I got it. Service staff. Weekend. Fluid. Therapy. Was done. Suddenly, we've turned a sordid affair involving bodily fluids and trauma into a overly generous service being provided to valuable staff. Look at that. So we turned an otherwise, awful experience that'll stick with someone for years into a generous corporate benefit that was offered pro bono by our wonderful benefactors. How about this one? Oh, I already know where this is going. BJ. Yep. All right. Starting off strong. Here, I got it. BJ event. Authorize smash and demolish. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, I think we're good. All in a day's work. All right, that was a good one. Time for the IRS IRL. The Windows 3.1 have their Windows... Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know this was the 3.1 closed box. I don't remember that detail. It's been a long time. It'd be fun to fuck around with Windows 3.1 in like a VM just to re-experience it. But the best part of 91 playing Minesweeper, he says. So here we go. Last year in review again, but this time let's make the numbers a little bit more credible because they are actually reading it this time. Final social land on a 100. Just a nice, non-suspicious number. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We have a lot more to play with this time, so this one might take us a little bit longer. Have a good night, Whitefoot. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the lurk as well, bud. I do appreciate that. I make sure to lower your volume so my stupid outbursts don't startle you awake suddenly. Because I imagine that probably has gotten other people previously where it's like, I'll just leave the game or the stream up and then they get fucking jostled awake when I like shit my pants live on stream. I need 100. C1 and C2. At least that part's nice and simple. So, well, relatively simple. Relatively. This is actually just B2. So I need that. And And that's just a hard 28. That's pre-hard coded already. So 28. So we need what's 28? What's 100 minus 28? Minus 20. Is that 72? 72. So let's see. I can get 24 as a starting point. I could get a 16. I could probably even get a like 28 in there if I really wanted to. Which we might want to actually. Oh, whoops! I pressed the wrong one. The 168. So, but it needs to be an addition, right? I was thinking like, yes, that lets you shave a little bit off the top. Actually, how much can I shave off the top? Can I just go back and forth forever? Whoops, what did I do? 120. Oh, I think I clicked it backwards. 126. Oh, that one. But it's, yeah, but it's self-referential, right? Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Not quite what I was hoping. $26. Yeah, I need this to be a decently lower number. I need that to be a decently lower number so that I can. Well, of course we haven't done anything with this guy. Right from the get-go, we can see that it gets up to 24, which is all well and good. I think I might need to go ahead and reset this because I think you can still change the formulas. I mean, that would just count as a correction. A gift that keeps on giving. You sure are. You sure are. Yeah, really. Yeah, right now we have this set to A2. If I could get this to be a decent bit lower. How did I get this one? That was 6 times 1. Yes. Excuse me. That would still make it. Oh, this is already based on. There's that guy. And we can't do that. Let's just go ahead and reset this. This ultimately needs to end up at 100. Need to get something nice in that number. We need specifically 72 in that number. $168. But I was thinking that. Yeah, but I need like another couple rounds of that. Of like multiplying by a 0.75. I don't have any other rows to play with here. Because then it turns into a loop at that point, so we can't do that. We have a lot of corrections allowed for this one, so this might be one where you're kind of expected to do a lot of fuckery. This is not one where you just kind of land into an easy, clean solution. I think you're expected to kind of chip away at things. But you kind of very quickly end up in a situation where you've kind of like you've kind of ended up in you've spreadsheeted yourself into a black hole, or into a corner rather. You have no other references to mess with. You can change up the formula, obviously. So since we started with this one, and that just totally overwrites it. How about this? Let's think about that. If I did that, and then. Oh, that's a lot higher than I thought it'd be. I'm like trying to like chip away to get closer to the fun number, to get closer to 72. I'm kind of playing around with things to see how they will land. 4. Yeah, squaring that wouldn't get us anywhere. I'm trying to think about ways to do this that won't, like, launch us crazy overboard. I think what you have to do is kind of chip that one down. I was gonna say that one's already Formula 1. Let's reset again. Four times 28. 4 times 28. Actually, I don't know if I ever tried that. 12. That's quite a bit lower. 84. Oh, that actually. Oh wait, you can't do that one? Because this is B2. I want to get that. Can I? Damn. Yeah, that's. I think that might be the one we're looking for, actually. Why can I not say that equals this? Damn, I feel like we're so close. Because I realize that's tied to B1. Damn, that kind of threw off my whole plan. Thought I was cooking for a second there. Trying it is not going to help, obviously. So we said, so how do I get to this one? This is C3. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait a second. That number. Maybe you're not cut out for this job. I know I'm not. Thanks, Corpy. You're being so helpful. I'm kind of surprised it let me do that. I'm over. Wait, did I do that? Did I say C3? I'm surprised it let me click that. It literally let me do that. It's interesting. Then I said, crap. It was 20. So yeah, that was 24 times 6. Yeah. What if I did this? And then take that. Ah, yeah, we've already ended up in that loop. Yeah, I wish I had more cells to play around in. If I had more cells to play around, I feel like I'd feel more confident being able to, like, chip away at things. Another way, I feel like I was getting closer earlier. And it was because I did this. Oh, no, it wasn't. Wait, how did I? Yeah, hold on. That's what it was. I was using this guy. 4. Yeah, let's try that, actually. Actually, I could just do this. I could just say, give me 16. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's my bad. And then, say this guy. 96. And then... There we go. There we go. I had a feeling that we had the right idea. We had the right idea. It was just a matter of, like... How do I wrangle the right cell with enough cells left over to arrive at my destination? That number was boring in the right way, in the forgettable way, just like the new guy I just hired, which is me. Oh, wait a second. Forget what I was saying. Finally, the IRS is leaving. Finally. We dodged a tax-shaped missile right there. I thought we were toasting the ass for the real ledgers. We had some creative backup, so thank God. Let's never speak of this ever again. Burn the receipts and act normal. Alright, well, a wise man once said, time is money. Let's turn that theory into practice. Reset the clocks to 6 a.m. so we can pull a double shift today, which is my day off. Alright, 6 a.m. he says. Office time. Global time. So, I'm guessing that's the shorthand? That's it, right? So, unless that's the tall hand. Office time. So it's got to be 6. Oh, there we go. 6. Why does it go so high? Oh, there we go. We good? There we go. I think we're good. Time zone trick. All right, nice and easy. All right, that worked wonders. However, all those work hours suddenly don't add up in the timesheets. Just make them go away. Final number needs to be 22. Nice clean sheet, clean conscience, mostly. Only one correction, so no fuckery here. You ever play solitaire, if you know what I mean? If you play some solitaire, some solitary time. Only one formula to play around with this time. C1 plus C2. But we have 5 cells to play with. That's exciting. But these are the ones we need to ultimately get towards. All addition. So if I say, bam, 5, that would give me 8 if I were to add another 3 there. What? Oh. Does that count as a correction? I mean, it's not a blank entry, but it is a 0 entry. I wouldn't be able to say, like... Oh, no, okay. Now, what did I do last time? I did something illegal, clearly. 11. Okay. So we need 22. So if I say did... So 11 plus, that'd be 14 plus... let's see, 8. So it would be 11. 14, 11. That would give me... that'd actually be a little bit high. What about... Could overwrite... Actually, I don't think if I overwrite any one of these, I think it'll shit out. Yeah, I think we're already past that point. Let's see, if I did 14 plus 8, I think that would do it actually, right? There we go. There we are. Timesheet is nice and spotless. Hours have vanished and no one's gonna ever bat an eye. Some proper spreadsheet sorcery. We're not cooking the books, we're just applying a small amount of heat to make them more palatable. Time for a well-earned 10-minute unpaid break. Look at this motherfucker passed out of the desk. I thought that was the boss man for a second, but that's just another nameless employee. This is actually a blessing in disguise. They won't need to spend time in traffic before returning tomorrow, which is technically today. So really, we're saving them the trouble. We're doing them a service. Let's Groundhog Day this shit right out of me, sis, if I understood that movie correctly, and the morals that it tried to teach us. I don't know what happened, though. Morale is dropping somehow, even though profits are increasing. That is some shit. That is some shit. I've seen firsthand a company being like, man, this is our best quarter ever. Why are people sad? We don't understand. Our shareholders have never been happy. Why are employees so unhappy? And upper management legitimately being surprised. Legitimately being like, we don't understand. This is wild. I brought in a few of my buddies to help with this little situation. We have old Tony. There he is. Or maybe that's him up here. The static bar. Tony loves the liquid assets and the hard stuff. Avoid eye contact with Tony and physical contact. Any contact lenses, he hates those too. Just don't interact with them. There we go. Rossi knows what's up, and Whale also, yeah, Whale knows how this kind of thing goes, unfortunately. Those old nighters have left you running on empty, kid. Luckily for you, Tony's got the good stuff. The ticket to get you back in the fast lane. Oh. There we go. There we go. All 3 bumps for me. Yes, please. All 3 bumps of pixie sticks sugar. That's right. Is that it? Nothing else to snort out. You took all of it. Tony's not going to be happy, bro. We'll find some way to pay him back, I promise. You just have to work 3 times as hard. Shouldn't be a problem, though, with the stuff you just sniffed up, though. Time to cook. Not cooking the books. Coking the books. Is that a Windows XP background? I may or may not have, Oop, you don't get it right. Simply try again. I may or may not have, how do I minimize? There we go. I may or may not have just grabbed the Windows XP background and just full screen that shit to simulate the experience. Simulate the experience of, you know, really being in a old school Windows way of mind. Now, the downside here is that this is, of course, a Windows XP background. This is more of a Windows 3.1 kind of situation. But, you know, in all fairness, if I were to double back, that's something I hadn't really considered. What if... What was... So, Windows 3.1 default background. I honestly can't remember what was the Windows 3.1 default background. It might have been this. I just full screen that. I don't know. That's not very... It doesn't, like, seem very satisfying. Yeah, Windows 3.1 backgrounds, I don't think were, like, all that exciting. It was called Windows NT back in those days. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for Windows 3.1 backgrounds. There was not much that was, like, iconic or memorable. Yeah. Yeah, the Windows logo. Yeah, here, I'll show you the one that I found. The problem, though, is it kind of falls apart. It's like, this one's right in the middle, so it kind of falls apart when you have this just right here. So this is the one that I found. Maybe it was Windows 95, yeah. This to me is too high fidelity for 1992 or 1985 even. This is too high fidelity, so I don't think this is like legit. I think it's something inspired by that era. So yeah, it's like, let's just do it that way. Do it the way we were doing earlier. It's not exactly authentic necessarily, but it doesn't have to be. Not authentic, but it gets the message across. Authenticity is not necessary in this case. Anyway, so what's Tony got for us? Tony, so yeah, we're coking the books. Who could forget? Tony hooked me up with some local business to add to my revenue, inspired by me. As I decided to dip into the product and do some creative accounting, and now the accounting is all over the place. Final sales got to be 10,000, or maybe we can round our total number of functioning kneecaps down to 0, he says, if we don't do this correctly. All right, so we got a C1 times C2 situation. That one's already 100, and we can't fuck with it anymore. Yeah, that one is predetermined. Got some multiplications and a singular -2. I wonder what the -2 would be helpful for in this case. They wouldn't put it on there if it was completely useless, but I don't know what it would be for necessarily. So he says, just give me a hot 10,000. All right, well, I can do that. But multiplied by itself. That's what's going on then. That's what's going on. So how's about put this here? Yes, I think I see what's going on here. Oh, but it's multiplied. Oh, multiplied, not added. We need 10,000, not 100, but 10,000. Think about this. Because yeah, if I could just get 100 into here, then we're Gucci. How do I do this in a way that... So let's see, if I did... Or... let's reset. Let's reset. The -2 is important. The -2 is key, I do believe. I think we just have to put that like on its own somewhere. That way we can like play with it. So I don't think we have a way around this. Well, hold on. Let's think about this. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's has to. Well, we could change that later. We could, and we might need to. And then think about this. There's no division. What I was originally about to say was... I was gonna try to get like to negative 200 and then like multiply. Nah, yeah, that's not gonna fucking work. Yeah. I was building up something that was not going to work. I don't think. Because it yeah, we can't change this value. This has to end up being, this really, yeah, it has to be 100. Has to be 100 and into this square, that is. Using these other things we have around here. We can use this somehow in the calculations. That's acceptable. Wait, hold on. Am I the biggest dumbass? Why didn't I try that earlier? I was so fucking hung up on the 98, the -2. Way to overcomplicate this, Alex. What the fuck? Superb. We're in the clear. If you've gotten any threats from unknown numbers, you can ignore them now. I had to give them your business card because I was all out of mind. Just, you know, sometimes you get mixed up with the mob. You get mixed up with some drug dealers who are a little bit peeved that you snorted all their product and your boss is breathing down your neck. And if any strippers call, tell them there was a mix-up and give them my number. Well, thank you, boss man. Big fish, by the way. You've been killing it lately. Loyal, dependable, barely questioned anything, he says. That's rare in this business. I got a little something, a little token of my appreciation. It's an entire shark. Still breathing, it's my spirit animal. It was on sale, only $6,000. People actually sell these things. Can you believe that shit? Anyway, it needs water and probably food, preferably live food. Enjoy! Only a few levels left, by the way. Been a memorable time. A memorable time this evening. Remember that $6,000 shark I got you? Well, it turns out gifting exotic predators is not deductible. Not tax deductible, at least. We gotta bury that thing deep in the budget. Final number should be 4. Let's say it's executive aquatic morale equipment. Yes, yes. It's a team-building exercise, this little thing we've done. Have you played Wolfenstein 3D? They made a sympathetic bad guy. I mean, how do I... That legitimately kind of broke my brain. That kind of fucked me up a little bit. Like, listen, I get the whole thing of, yes, haha, like, company is evil. Like, I get that, but now I'm like, all right, white-collar crime and tax evasion and fraud, that's one thing, but now I'm like, bro. Now I'm like, bro. I'm like having an ethical dilemma. He says, Corby, not now. It can wait until later. Sympathetic back. That's one of those where I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna tell myself that Corby didn't beat the game. I'll just tell me that Corby doesn't know who the final boss is, and that his brother, who works for who works for id Software, told him who the final boss is, and he just doesn't know. He doesn't know the you know, the context. I'll just assume the Corby is an innocent little flower. I would love that, those silicon graphics. Corby, you're not helping. You're not helping, man. We gotta burn this shit. We gotta burn this motherfucker to the ground. That's right. That's right. The pivotal moment in Severance Season 1. All right. So final number's got to be 4. What do we have to work with here? We have the number 1 and nothing else. C1 plus C2. Let me guess. Okay, come on, guys. Clearly, we're kind of phoning it in for the last couple levels, bro. Some of those mid-levels are a little bit trickier, but yeah, the last couple ones are calling it in a little bit, phoning it in a little bit. I don't see any sharks. All I see are highly motivational aquatic assets. You vanished that beast harder than the third act of Jaws, he says. Good job, SpreadCheat Spielberg. Guess what I'm going to spend that $6,000 on? If anybody calls, tell them I'm with Tony. Man coked out of his mind, naked in the middle of the street. Shark attack in Midtown. Chaos erupts as police storm Brocore HQ, only to be met by a literal shark in the bathroom. Not the, yeah, this is the Wolf of Wall Street. Nah, bro, this is the Shark of Wall Street. Or I guess there was the show Shark Tank, right? Executive arrested after wild shootout. Shirtless, screaming, allegedly too coked up to die. NYPD calls it the weirdest Tuesday of their lives. Shark currently in custody, no lawyers present. What about us? the humble underling subjected to all this. We have the corporate loyalty test. Here we go. Listen, new guy, we're in the shit. Police allowed me only one phone call, which I spent on a phone sex line to take the edge off, and one lousy email. And they're going through all of our reports. Bottom line, final cell needs to be exactly negative 77,513. I'm off the hook. If this ends up actually showing 250,474, I'm going straight to county jail. Do not make it say that number or I'm not coming back, he says. Do we go for the good ending or the bad ending? Which one do we go for? This might be one where it might not be possible for the negative. We do have a reference minus a reference, so that's at least something. C1 plus C2, all right. And we just have one, only this one we can directly modify. Do you think I'm awkwardly shaped? No, you're beautiful just the way you are. Also, 99 corrections. We can fuck this up as much as we want, which is at least something. Negative 77,000. So, that's a lot. So we need a big number, or a big negative number right here. So if I said this number equals this minus this, and then this equals that times that. And then that's not big enough. Can I say this number equals that times that? That's a pretty big number. I think that's too... Oops. That's a little bit big. Might have fucked that one up a little bit. Yeah, not quite that big. Not quite that big. 5,000... Or 6,500, rather. And then we say... This equals this minus that. Then we say... Oh, fuck. That's pretty good. It's still a bit high. It's still a bit high. So what if I said... Actually... The problem is... Well, you know what? Maybe it's not an issue. Maybe it's an issue. Let's find out. Let's find out. So this number equals this... Hold on. That's gonna add it. Yeah. That's gonna add it. No, what I need is... maybe I'm going the wrong direction with this. Ooh, close, actually. That's kind of close. Listen to your instincts and then do the complete opposite, he says. 513. So if I could get this number less negative, which means get this number slightly lower. But I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. 500 times 13. I don't have a lot of other options here, is the problem. I don't have a ton of other options here. Trying to like kind of unwind this kind of mess we've made for ourselves. Let's go and reset. Yeah, those are predetermined. Those are predetermined. Yeah, I almost wonder if is it possible that this number it cannot be gained and we have to go for this number. Can we not get to negative 77,513? I'm not gonna like give up, obviously. I ain't giving up. Mama didn't raise no quitter. So let's start with the first direction we started on earlier, where we said this number equals this minus this guy, and then this one equals that times that, and then this one equals that times this one. I think that's basically going to be the same problem. No, actually, no, we're closer. Well, maybe we are. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's see. So let's retrace our steps. So we started with 500 with 13 minus 500. We could have done this is the basic pattern. It's a question of what other cutaways can we do? Like what other like kind of side actions could we attempt? If there's anything you need, holler. Admittedly, math is not my strong suit. So saith the computer. So, yeah, when you only have 13 and 5 to work with, it's not much. And then you say, yeah, B1 times B2. So we could do negative 500. No, well, we could do positive 500. We still need to end up with a negative number somehow. There needs to be some subtraction. Maybe that's the key. Maybe we start by doing these two. And then we do big. That's too big. And then say this equals that minus that. A problem. Oh, that was it. That was it. Okay. I was worried that I was going to still overshoot it. So that's the good ending, presumably. So we saved the boss from doing hard time. There we go. That other scary number, never heard of her. Buried it so deep they'll find it the Ark of the Covenant and Amelia Earhart before they sniff out any other scary numbers. Drinks on the company card. You don't have to worry about the expenses tonight for the first time ever. By the way, you need to reconcile the company card expenses tomorrow. I need to. Remind me for that. There we go. Achievement. You cleaned up every sheet. Hold on. Destroyed every cookie trail, keeping your boss out of jail. I cannot make the screen big. I don't think the Steam overlay is expecting you to have a window this small. This party's all you, baby. You kept me out of the slammer. No orange jumpsuit for me. No tearful press conferences. No dropping the soap. Oh my fucking god. And the board's calling it a miraculous audit reversal. I'm calling it a Tuesday night with my favorite fall guy. I mean team player. Grab the drink, hit the dance floor, trying to think about how close we were to being corporate history, and cheers to you, my man. There we go. That's one ending. That's one ending. There is hard mode, which would be scary. Now hold on. I'm hoping I'm able to see the bad. Oh no! Do I have to restart the whole thing? Do I have to like start from scratch? You tell me I can't replay the levels? Hold up. I want to see the bad ending. I want to see. I was sending my boss to the slammer. There we go. Ooh, don't scare me like that game. Proper loyalty test. Here we go. There's probably a way to make this one happen. What was the scary number again? It was big. Big number. So 250,000 and 474. And this is addition. It is. It is. So the... See, I guess negative 13 would be helpful. Well, or some kind of negative value. The 250,000 part is one thing. Oh, shit. We're good. That's going to be an issue. It's going to end in a 4, so that's not going to quite cut it. I need, like, another fun number to play with. A1 is already... I was kind of hoping I could, like, make that be self-referential. Just refer to the same number, like, minus... It's, like, minus... Or itself minus 13, basically. It was kind of what I was hoping for. Maybe there's still a way to do that. And I say that, yeah, this number is equal this number. I can't say 0 minus 13. Yeah, it's not going to work. So if I'm going to get that big, sexy number, I'm going to have to take... We can, like, the 250,000 is the easy part. And again, this is an addition. This is an addition. So it needs to be that 250,000 minus a couple of... a little bit. Minus a little bit of something. This looks good to me. I don't know. Maybe some colors would help, he says. Thank you, Corpy. Helpful as always. So, I guess I could do this. That's going to get a little bit weird, though. I might have to change that. And once again, this part, there's that big man. Let's say this one equals minus. Oh shit, that's not gonna work. I want to go even. Oh, I think I know. I think I might know. Except we still can't do self-referential. Yeah, that's not gonna work. If I can get that to negative 26, I think that might be enough for us. 13, yeah, it needs to be. Actually, hold on. Oh, maybe I'm thinking I'm overthinking this. Negative 26, perfect. Okay, so now if I say right, because that's based on, yeah, I knew that'd come back to bite me. Yeah, you can't you can't use this cell in one of those earlier formulas. Can't say I'm surprised. I think the idea is I need to end up with that negative 26. So I can't use that one. Yeah, that's not gonna work either, obviously. And then that one, I don't think it's gonna work either. Yeah, it's self-referential. Is that negative 26? And then, oh, but I need the big one. I need the big, yeah, that's not gonna work either. That's not necessarily bad. That is actually the opposite of bad. Oh, shit, except, oh, right. Right. Let's see. Can I salvage this? A2, C1. And this is addition. Crap. I was cooking, but I see where I've gone astray. Can I make a slight alteration to either end of this formula change to nudge it in the right way, the right direction? I might just have to reset, which is fine. Guys, it's boring. What a nerd. Let's see. 7-4, yeah. Like, clearly that negative 26 is the key. But right now, it all hinges on this one, right? Well, obviously that one. And maybe that's the key, though. For sure, it's going to be a matter of... I think what I might do is... What I really want is that 250,000 plus that 500 plus the negative 26. We have the negative 250,000. We have the obviously regular 500. I need both to coexist. I need the negative 26 and I need the 250,000 to exist on the spreadsheet. And I keep getting in my mind, I keep like getting stuck on ways to get that negative 26 and still have room to play with the 2,500,000. And we only have this one score in the formula to play with. So what's tricky about this? I can't say it's self minus 0. I'm sorry, it's self minus 13. It has to be another value that is 0 minus 13. We don't have any other 13s to play or any other zeros to play with. We have this one, but that one obviously needs to change. That will not be a 0 forever. Yeah, so it makes sense to not have that be part of this kind of linchpin we've made for ourselves here. There's the negative 13. You're kind of slow. We'll get along just peachy. And this is part of that formula, so I can't say This one's equal 13 minus 13. It's that it becomes self-referential. That's not allowed. We can do this one is 13 minus 13. But then we're in a pickle. What I can still do is say this one is equal to. Yeah, but that's how we ended up in this situation. Be nice if there was like an undo option. Be nice if there was an undo option. That'd make me feel a little better about it. I had one more cell to play with. If I had one more cell to play with, this would be pretty much a slam dunk. And it does make me wonder, do we legitimately have two endings? I think we do. I think this is doable. Especially given how close we are. The nice thing is... Think about this. Let's reset. Let's start the other direction. Because this one's like an easy thing to jump right into. Say this one. There we go. 250,000. So we need that plus 500, but minus a little something something. And you know, maybe I'm just overthinking this. Thing is, it needs to be that times 2. That's what's tricky. That's what's tricky about all this. What's up, Sassy? We're doing some spreadsheet shenaniganry. This is the final cell, the final challenge in a very strange little spreadsheet flavored game. And this one's kind of a brain scratcher. You and I make a great team. Let's start a side hustle. Let's start dealing drugs, says not Clippy. His name is Corpy, the little smart assistant fella. Yes. Yeah, because getting the 250,000 here is one thing. Because 250,000 here and 500 here would make 250,000 500. But we need to interject a little something here. That is where it's tricky. That's where it's tricksy. Now, what I could do, and you know, maybe this is the direction I should have started in from the get-go, is say this one is equal that minus that. And then this number is equal to that minus that. I should have gone that direction from the get-go. Instead of trying to create a negative 26 and interject it, I should have started with a large number and try to whittle it down. There we go. So there we go. So this is the alternate ending. This is the bad ending, or maybe the good ending by some definitions. So we're sending our boss to jail now. He says, look who's still free while I'm eating prison county jello. You nailed the scary number and the feds grabbed me on the spot, but you, not a single trace. You were clean as a whistle, like we were never even there. Our old boss says, I should hate you, and I do, but damn, you are my finest creation. Run things like I taught you and maybe smuggle a little bit of smoke, please. Or smuggle me a little smoke, he says. So alternate achievement or alternate ending. That's right. We're visiting our old boss, old inmate 69420. Very good. Says, hope you're proud of yourself, Snitch Wizard. I learned from you, boss. You taught me everything I know. I have you to thank for this creation that you've managed, he says. Can't believe you pulled it off, he says. Out-cheated the cheater. Respect. Honestly, I see a lot of you in me. I'm sorry, a lot of me and you, rather. Just watch your back when your time comes, or I'll be seeing you in here shortly, he says. Also, prison sucks. Seems like this is one cell I can't make go away. Keep my seat warm at the office, pretty please. There we go. What other achievements do we have? So far, we cooked the books. That's right. So we launched the game. We got a business card. We completed the first spreadsheet. We cleaned our desk and all that jazz. I'm not sure why there's an ass. There you go. I'm not sure where that's a butt. Who knew you could even find the desk under there? That was like the halfway point, I think. And then made the PowerPoint, contains more pizzazz than substance. The PowerPoint was great, of course. Blacked out every last figure with your trusty marker. That's right. That was a cool thing we did in the IRS puzzle. Cell block savior. We saved the boss. Puppet master sent the boss to prison. Solidified your legacy by conquering hard mode. Oh, hard mode. And then conquered the unconquerable spreadsheets on impossible mode. 5 days of pure hustle. Oh, I think that means doing the daily 5 days in a row. 15 days in a row, 30, 69, 365 days. I gotta know. Well, no, it has to be 0 because this game's been out for like less than a week. So literally nobody on Steam has this achievement. Daily challenge. What's the daily challenge? Settings. Daily challenge. Get to work. Normal. That's to start a new one. No, what's the daily challenge, I wonder? Pre-launch. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, daily challenge streak. Now, this is stuff by the developer. Maybe the daily challenge isn't available yet. I'm kind of curious. So here, I'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. If I'm not misunderstanding this, that is. Maybe it's not implemented yet. Let's see. So... Okay, no, people have done the daily challenges. Either you like this or you've lost all sense of time. So people have done... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Somehow more people have done the 69-day streak than they have the 5-day streak? That's bizarre. What the fuck? And they've... Wait, people have done the 360... What? How? How do you do the... This game has been out for 4 days, bro. How? Unless you... Oh, maybe they're cheating the system by, like, changing the Windows clock. That'd be one fucking way to do it, man. That'd be the spreadsheet way of doing it. Yeah, changing the PC clock. Yeah, that's in the spreadsheet philosophy, man. Daily challenge streak. Yes, maybe there... I was thinking maybe there's like a daily challenge, like a procedurally generated spreadsheet puzzle. And you had to do it multiple days in a row. That's wild. All right, well, there it goes. That's SpreadCheat in all of its splendor. We saw both endings. We did it good. We did it big. Very goofy little game. Very goofy little game. I don't really see myself with much desire to go into hard mode or impossible mode. I appreciate that, yeah, like there were some puzzles that were some head scratchers. This would probably be the kind of game that'd be a little bit easier if you're not streaming it, because, like, you know, when you're streaming, your attention is divided. At least it is for me. I sometimes have a hard time, like, focusing and, like, settling my brain down to do, like a logic puzzle or a math puzzle if I'm like trying to keep an eye on chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on this and that, trying to, like, commentate. If you can kind of, like, just sit down and focus, it'd probably take about half the time, honestly. I was pretty slow with a couple of those. But very cool little game. Shoutouts to Games People Play, the developer for this game. I tried really hard to find information about their developer, but it's a very ungoogleable developer name, unfortunately. So apologies to the devs. I would have tagged you on social media or tagged you on YouTube or something, but I couldn't find their pages. But this was fun. This was fun. The real SpreadCheat were the real exploits we paved along the way. That's right.